A game, and for the Bears, Eddie Kayouloud, 14.3 points a game. Over his last four, he's averaging 21. Should be big for both sides.
Well, the teams are ready. Now we're ready. Glad you're with us here on ESPN Plus. A late season ASUN conference tilt with huge implications. Central Arkansas controls the tip, 8-17 on the season, 3-9 in conference play, tied for 12th. But still with room to make the conference tournament. The starting five, BJ Reeves, Masai Olowokere, Eddie Kayouloud, who has been playing out of his mind the last few games, hits a three. Colin Cooper, Cameron Hunter, the other two of the starting five for Central Arkansas. For Lipscomb, Will Pruitt, Darren Boyd, Asan Asajala, and Jacob Ognasovic. We're used to seeing them. A.J. McGinnis is making his first start of the season. Three-point attempt by Boyd will not go. McGinnis replacing Trey Benham, who has been ice cold his last few games. He'll come off the bench today, but he's had huge performances against Central Arkansas. Cameron Hunter, a couple of threes to start the game for UCA.
Wow, it's been big. Playing lights out early for Kayouloud. He scored 22 points and 18 points, and the two previous times that Central Arkansas has faced Lipscomb, he started off fresh with a three to begin the game, right on cue.
They look inside. Ognasovic through a double team, finds space.
Well, Ognasovic, the first two times they played Central Arkansas, he only had 8 points and then 2, so he only averaged about 5 points a game. But, he's matured a lot, and he can score down low in such large amounts. He's going to be tough for the Bears.
He's a transfer from Valparaiso in his second season with the Bisons, as Eddie Kayouloud scored outside. Now he shows you what he can do inside.
He's just a multiple tool player because he can shoot, he can drive, he can play down low post, but he's also a great defender. It's really tough to know what to do with him.
He almost got a steal. Asan Asajala picks it up. Feeds McGinnis, the three-point specialist, sharpshooter. Wow.
McGinnis popping from three ball, and that was big. He's really just one of their best three-point shooters like he mentioned, and he sure did not disappoint. Popped up, drained it.
Colin Cooper wants a long three. He has it.
Whew. Well, this has got the makings for a shootout early. It's 16 points with under 3 minutes, or just a little over less than 3 minutes played, yeah.
Both teams average 74 points a game. We got 16 on the board already. Ognasovic inside, mauled by Cooper.
Well, my math was correct. It wasn't very fast. 2 minutes and 20 seconds in, they'll have a chance to make it 17 and 18 points in the early going here. Man, this is a fast-paced matchup here early. As you saw the feed, Ognasovic, Cooper just had to foul him to keep him from having an easy bucket.
Teammates call him J.O., the sophomore from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. One of the most efficient players in the nation last year. His field goal and free throw percentages are even higher this year, but from the three-point line, he's seen a downtick, shooting just 27% from beyond the arc. He's 86% here on the charity stripe though.
Yeah, it's just about a given every time, and he does. Goes 2 for 2 there. Cuts that lead on down for Lipscomb, but Central Arkansas has played fast. They scored quick. A lot of it's come from the three-point line.
The tempo inside the Ferris Center is as torrid as it gets as Cameron Hunter right down the floor scores again. He has 5.
Oh, this is just one of those atmospheres where the crowd's really into it early, and a lot of times when you see scoring from the beginning of the game, you're going to get that. We haven't even seen Olowokere touch the basketball for the Bears.
There was a women's game right before this. It took only an hour and 10 minutes. We sped through, or I should say an hour and 30 minutes. Very quick game. Low-scoring affair between Liberty and the Central Arkansas women. This game, they're starting with fireworks. Kayouloud short on the three, rebounded by McGinnis. Transfer from Cincinnati. Tries to feed Ognasovic. Ball still loose. Masai Olowokere out with it for the Bears. Stop. Hunter. Drop.
Well, they can't miss a bucket right now. That's 4 three-pointers in the game here early, and boy, they're lighting it up.
Cameron Hunter, 3 for his first 3, 8 points. Ognasovic fouled by Hunter, and he'll go back to the line.
Well, you mentioned it earlier about his free throw shooting. He's really, really good, and a lot of that has to do with his presence down low, being able to score. But my goodness, you got that feet underneath Hunter. Got to bail with the ball fake there. Ognasovic made him pay, and he's got a chance to earn it too here at the line.
You mentioned Ognosovic's struggles last season against the Bears. But this season, averaging 16 points a game, 6th best in the conference. We said in the pregame, 4 of the top 10 scorers in the league are on these two teams. J.O. is 6th in the conference. And then you look over at Eddie Kayouloud at 10th in the conference. Cameron Hunter is 2nd best. Will Pruitt averaging double figures as well for the Bisons this year. There are scorers everywhere on the floor. Well, sure enough, we're seeing it early.
That just it's right. It has the makings for a high-scoring game.
Oluwakari leaves that one a bit short. Rebound by Will Pruitt, sophomore from Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Asajula, don't let his size fool you. He's the leading assist getter on the team. Offensive rebound, poked out of bounds. Last touch by Lipscomb.
Well, Asajula was trying to make some plays down low, but just kind of lost the handle. He was big early. He had a hook shot down low against Kayouloud, and he went to work. I'm telling you, he's a good player to watch. Him and Ognosovic down low, they can be a force to be reckoned with.
Asajula averaging just 7 points a game this season, but 3.5 assists a game, 6 rebounds, and he's compiled 22 blocks. He's been the definition of a team player in his graduate season. Elias Cato was left all alone, but was looking for the pass, and he misses the shot.
Sometimes that's not necessarily a bad thing. It is when you miss the open opportunity, but he's a team player, trying to pass first, and unfortunately missed the shot.
McGinnis' pass picked off by Cato. He wants to make up for it. There's the pass, and there's the three. Masai Oluwakari.
Wow. That's some efficiency from three-point land. That's their 5th triple here early, and we're not even 5 minutes in.
Central Arkansas, 6th best in the conference, averages 9 threes a game. They have got 5 in the first 5 minutes. Ognosovic.
That was smooth. He just drives so quickly to the basket. Just kissing it off the glass. A little finger roll, got it to finish.
He found a lane, went in untouched. Central Arkansas defense allowing 82 points a game. That is last in the A-Sun. Lipscomb defense comes in 4th best in the conference, averaging just 68 a contest. That could be a difference here as the Bisons force a turnover. Ognosovic in transition, 2 more.
Well, that's big. And you know why he's one of the leading scorers. He's the leading scorer on their team. It's because he gets up the floor quick. He's able on those outlet passes to finish near the rim. And they need a guy like that that's shooting 60% coming into the game to do that. And that's probably why he's got that many, because he's just that athletic and follows the basketball.
He already has 10 points on 3 of 3 shooting, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Hunter working inside against Pruitt. Nice defense from the Bisons. Bounce pass between the legs. Cato from behind the foul.
That was really nice. You see, he just put it right through Cato's legs. Ognosovic jumped up for the dunk, but the foul on Cato.
Free throws coming for Lipscomb when we come back. 19-15, Central Arkansas early.
There are more race weekends and more ways to enjoy them at Oaklawn. With a new luxury hotel, more dining options than ever, world-class thoroughbred racing, and 24/7 action in our casino. This racing season is like no other. Book your escape at oaklawn.com today. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort.
Take on college at UCA.
Where community starts on campus and the world is waiting right outside your door.
This is excellence made affordable.
Take on top programs that turn into real careers.
Because Central is more than our name. It's our place and yours.
So be a leader.
Blaze a trail.
Work, play, perform.
UCA has everything.
So you can take on anything.
The University of Central Arkansas.
Well, on the Lipscomb sideline, that's Lenny Acuff in his 4th season as head coach for the Bisons. But look at that career record coming into the season. His last win of last year was his 600th of his career. He spent 22 seasons prior to joining the Bisons at Alabama Huntsville in the Gulf South Conference. He is the Gulf South's all-time leader in wins, an 8-time Coach of the Year, and 11 Division II NCAA appearances. Well, out of the timeout, a rare free throw miss by Jacob Ognasovic. He's 86% coming in.
So he is human after all.
He makes the back end. Ognasovic with 11 of his team's 16 points. They have gone to him inside consistently. And JB Brazil, you mentioned he had only 10 points combined in 2 games against the Bears a season ago. He's got that in about 6 minutes today.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He's just so impressive of a player. He attacks well. And so does Central Arkansas. Now, Cato with the putback. There were 3 Bears down low. Reeves, Cato, and Kayouloud there for a chance for the putback. They're up by 5.
Kayouloud the steal. Out in front, the flush.
Wow, quick hands, Kayouloud. There's a reason he averaged 20 points against Lipscomb last year. It's for things like that, flashing for the steal and the slam dunk on the other end. That was pretty.
Sneaky 23 steals on the season for Kayouloud. Boy, a screen knocked everybody out. And Trey Benham, who we mentioned out of the starting lineup today, comes off the bench and makes that quick basket. We said he was having a cold streak. 6 points his last 6 games, including 4 he didn't score at all. He'll hope to turn things around this evening. Cato got up and got that ball somehow and was fouled hard from behind by Darren Boyd.
Well, that was a great entry pass. I'm not sure how it even got in there, and Cato nearly finished, but he'll be found a chance to shoot a couple of free throws. Watch that. Hunter lobs it up. Cato up high like a receiver on a jump ball, made the play, and then got fouled from behind.
They called a foul instead on the other defender in the area. That's Matt Schnurr, a graduate student, transfer from Emory. Either way, Elias Cato shooting free throws where he's an 82% shooter. Tops on the team.
You know, something I wanted to mention, you talked about Trey Benham a little bit ago. You know, he's only had averaged 6 points in the last few games. But, you know, on that shot.
Only has 6 points over his last 6 games.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you know what happened big there is on that shot that he made. It was just a short mid-range, but he followed his shot. That's one way to get a little bit of confidence back after you miss. Go and try to get that rebound. He obviously knocked it down so he didn't need to, but it's the small things that'll help you creep back into the point total.
Another way to get confidence is play UCA. He had a career-high 26 points and 8 rebounds the last time these teams met.
Wow.
That was last season. Quincy Clark is into the game, the sophomore from Westerville, Ohio. Hands to Benham, the sophomore from Concord, North Carolina. His pass stolen away. Johannes Kirsapu feeds Cato. The international connection from Estonia to Australia for 2.
I love it. That's a really good way to put that. You know, we've called a handful of games together, Dylan, but, man, you just keep getting all these awesome calls.
Tommy Murr drives to the basket, too short. Kayouloud into the paint, out of control, and that's the easiest offensive foul ever as Quincy Clark was camped out.
Yeah, it was, and if you also notice, Kayouloud kind of lowered his shoulder a little bit, too. A little 2-for-1 action. There was no way he was getting away with that as you saw him kind of come in. Yeah, that's an easy call.
First foul against Kayouloud, and that's going to get Eddie his first rest of the game. Kayouloud had 56 points and 15 rebounds over the weekend, including a 32-point, 11-rebound outburst against Florida Gulf Coast. His third double-double of the season. And he has been scoring in bunches in the early going. But Quincy Clark drew the charge, now has the basket.
Oh, boy, that was smooth. Down low, little up and under move. Finish made it look easy.
Cooper, strong drive. He's fouled on the baseline. It will be a floor foul. So UCA will inbound on the other side of the timeout. 11:54 to play in the first. Central Arkansas by 7.
When I first started out as a filmmaker, I didn't want to get into credit cards.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on...
Hey, how are you?
I made this.
I loved everything that I heard about Chime. I just didn't know how it would work without having a facility.
Hey, how are you?
I made this.
make sure you keep your eyes on the road. Hey, how are you?
I made this.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on.
We love our new home.
There's so much space.
But we have ants.
Expired.
I seriously hate bank fees, especially overdraft.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on.
Hey, how are you?
I made this.
Bravo! You use the Quicksilver card from Capital.
With the Venture X card from Capital One, you earn 2 times miles on every purchase.
The noise canceling.
Bravo! You use the Quicksilver card from Capital.
UFC 284. Fight on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
For the 11th game, Brock Witters is the acting head coach for Central Arkansas. It's his 4th season on the staff. 3-7 record since taking over for head coach Anthony Boone. Had emergency heart surgery before the Eastern Kentucky game on January 5th. And Coach Boone still out recovering. The thoughts of the entire Central Arkansas community, and honestly the entire Ace Sun, have been with Coach Boone as Cato misses the 3. Every coach that's come into the building has checked on him, has asked about him. Many have tried to reach out when they've been in the area. There's a lot of love for Coach Anthony Boone around the conference as Quincy Clark is making his presence felt since coming off the bench.
He sure did. He really just kind of juked his way right past VJ Reeves. Reeves got kind of caught behind. He saw Reeves saying, man, he knew he missed him, but that's just a great play by Clark. He's an impressive basketball player.
Kiersapu, baseball pass, but Benham jumped in front of it.
Yeah, Benham, he's earning his minutes for sure.
Back to Clark. 2 more points. Quincy Clark, sophomore from Westerville, Ohio. His season high was 15 at Michigan. Cooper misses the bunny, gets his own rebound, puts it back.
Hey, on that putback right there, Benham, he's getting to the floor quickly, but on that transition bucket there, he went straight up. That's why you didn't get a foul called. And but a good job by Cooper to follow up after his miss and put it back up and in.
Asajula with the handoff. Tommy Murr has had a couple of tough luck bounces.
Yeah, that ball went halfway down, just couldn't or wouldn't go through the hoop.
Pops up in the air on Kiersapu. Recovers to Cooper around the horn to Cato. Elias Cato working against Asajula. That's a tough defensive matchup, and the grad student wins it.
Wow, Asajula. He's great. I mean, down low, underneath, defensively. We've seen him alter a couple of things, but that one was big time. It's a 5-point game. They got a chance to cut it back to a 1-possession game.
Schnurr off the bench and off the back iron. Olowa carry the rebound. Lipscomb, those purple jerseys get back very quick. Bears have to set up. Central Arkansas with the 12th fastest tempo in the country. According to Kim Pomeroy, Alabama's #1, in case you're curious. Off the miss, Asajula the board. Transition 3, Benham. Finds the side of the iron.
Are you talking about Bama having one of the top?
They've got the most up-tempo offense in the country this year.
It seems to work. What? They're #3 right now. They're playing really good basketball.
Now pencil them in for your brackets. They're going to make noise in March. Cato jumps over Asajula, but boy, Hassan Asajula is all over Elias Cato, the graduate from Atlanta, Georgia. Clark guarded by Cooper. Quincy Clark has gotten his. He'll pass this time. Benham, another 3. And a bad foul that time. Elias Cato trying to close in, couldn't stop himself, and crashed into the 3-point shooter.
Well, that's Benham going to go to the line for some free throws. You're right. Cato coming in, you see her trying to close out. I think he lost his footing. That's what it was. He slipped underneath him. You couldn't see from that angle right there, but he slipped from underneath. It's an unfortunate foul, but that's the foul you got to call.
Yeah, they're cleaning the court right where that happened, because it made no sense. He's closing, and he knows he's not going to be able to get there. Just sort of slid into Benham. Well, and now they've gone back, and I thought we were going to see 3 free throws. I'm not sure how you couldn't.
Yeah.
Coach Lenny Acuff has a certain expression on his face that suggests that he disagrees with this ball being inbounded.
Well, Trey Benham, after he got fouled and they got the call, he looked at the ref after the call, was like, what's going on? So that probably makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah, that's surprising. They'll get 2 points anyway. Asajala underneath.
Yeah, Sajala said, hey, I got you guys. I'll give you the points that we deserve. And he come under reverse layup. I'm telling you, I'm really impressed with Asajala. You know, now with Nosovic on the bench right now, Asajala is a great player down low.
Kayouloud fakes the three, got Asajala in the air. Hunter fouled by Clark. And free throws coming for the sophomore from Bryant, Arkansas.
Well, you see what Kayouloud did there. He drew the defender, Asajala, in the air, and instead of trying to drive past him, as you'll see right here, he had the feed down to Hunter. But, you know, he knew he had one-on-one potential mismatch against Clark. I don't mean that in a way that, you know, Clark's obviously got good size, but Hunter's a prolific scorer, and so he goes to the line, knocks down the first free throw.
Anybody one-on-one against Cameron Hunter is a mismatch. The reigning ASUN Freshman of the Year is even better this season. Second in the conference in scoring at 17 points a game. He's got 2 from the free throw line, and now 10 overall. Hunter has been red hot, 3 of 4 shooting, and now 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Boyd into trouble. Olowokere snags it. VJ Reeves, redshirt freshman, feeds Kayouloud, top of the key. Eddie is money.
Wow. The Bears 6 of 8 from three-point land. They are lighting it up. That's why they're up by 8.
Kayouloud now 4th in program history in points. He passed a couple of legends over the road trip to Florida, including one Scottie Pippen. Over 1,600 points for Kayouloud's career. He may have gotten a piece of that shot from Pruitt. This ball's going the other way.
Well, just great job by Kayouloud getting the crash on the board. They're going Central Arkansas with the basketball.
Bears lead by 8. 7:58 to play in the first half.
Take on college at UCA,
where community starts on campus and the world is waiting right outside your door.
This is excellence made affordable.
Take on top programs that turn into real careers.
Because Central is more than our name. It's our place and yours.
So be a leader.
Blaze a trail.
Work, play, perform.
UCA has everything.
So you can take on anything.
The University of Central Arkansas.
This season at Oaklawn, we've got more of everything. More of the top thoroughbreds in the world. More days of live racing. And the largest purses in our history. All at a completely reimagined Oaklawn. Come be a part of this historic season at Arkansas's only casino resort.
Are you ready for the ASUN Championship? Here's everything you need to know as we get closer to the postseason. Let's break it down by the numbers. The top 10 teams earn their way into the tournament. Action begins with 2 first-round matchups between seeds 7 through 10. All 9 of the tournament games take place on campus sites with the higher seeds hosting, which gives you the perfect opportunity to cheer on your squad. From February 27th to March 5th, it's ASUN Madness. We'll see you there.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Oaklawn Hot Springs, Arkansas's only casino resorts. Well, 2 Central Arkansas Bears already with 10 points on the board. The latest coming from Eddie Kayouloud.
Yeah, he's been big. You got the slam dunk there after the steal, and then he's been raining with threes from beyond the arc as he knocked that one out top of the key. Boy, that's just what makes it really tough to stop him. He can score from the top, 3-ball shooting. He can drive around you, or he can go post you up as well.
He slumped a little bit in the early going of the conference schedule, but Eddie Kayouloud has picked it back up in a big way, back into the top 10 of the conference in scoring. As a moving screen is going to be called against UCA, they'll get Masai Olowokere, his first personal. But Kayouloud averaging over 14 points a game again, leads the team with 6 rebounds a game. And he's quietly picked up 23 steals, including that one that led to a basket. 28 three-pointers on the season. Asajala inside against Kayouloud. And that is a mismatch for Hassan Asajala. 6'10", 275, count it.
Cash money down low. He's impressive. That little left-hand hook, it's real smooth. It's fun to watch him play.
He was coming back from injury a season ago, the last time he played in this building. And he showed everyone he was healthy as Kayouloud misses the three. Asajala put up 32 points and 11 rebounds against the Bears. In fact, he has double-doubles in every game he's ever played against Central Arkansas. Ognacevic blocked by Kayouloud, gets his own rebound, misses, and Eddie takes the rebound. Kayouloud in transition. Back to Hunter. The three is short.
Well, I tell you, I don't care which team you're rooting for. Boy, this game is fun to watch. Back and forth. If you like scoring, that is. Now, those weird people that love defensive matchups and low-scoring games, maybe not so much.
Ognacevic had a tough trip down the floor last time, but he adjusts and makes it look easy.
Yeah, he's big. You know, him and Asajala are two guys down low that, I mean, just the way that they play underneath, it's they're just really crafty, and you can tell they know what they're doing.
Miscommunication between Kayouloud and VJ Reeves there. Reeves was trying to set a screen. Kayouloud was trying to hand him the ball. And Lipscomb, well, they were Johnny on the spot. Tie it up. Possession arrow will go to the Bisons. Just a miscommunication by Central Arkansas, who had gotten a lot better at not turning the ball over their road trip at Florida Gulf Coast, at Stetson. They turned the ball over just 16 times in those two games combined. Give and go. And that's in for Darren Boyd. Timeout Central Arkansas, as on the past two possessions, they've been out of sorts.
They have. That was just a great pass on the dish there, the drive by Boyd. He made it look easy, catching off the glass. But, hey, Lipscomb doing what they want to do. They're playing at Central Arkansas's tempo. The drive-by and lay-in by Boyd, impressive, as you see right here. The give and go, left hand, finger roll, you bet.
Central Arkansas has led by as much as 9. Lipscomb has not had a lead today. They've now closed the gap. It's just a 2-point Central Arkansas lead after a little 6-0 Bison's run over the last 2 minutes. Shooting percentages have come back to earth. Both teams are still shooting over 50% from the field. But at the first time out, they were shooting over 70%.
That's right. They couldn't miss. Whether it was a three-pointer, down low, wherever it was, well-contested shot, everything was falling, but not so much. And, hey, Bison's right here. They've cut this thing down to 2. Central Arkansas had the basketball up by 8, but turnovers availed them, and Lipscomb trying to bring a little bit of pressure to try to force some more.
UCA has already coughed the ball up 5 times, both teams with 5 turnovers in the early going. Well, you said it. If you want offense, you come to the right place. Scottie Pippen court, up-tempo offense, and the Bisons have said, fine, you want to play that way? We can too. Colin Cooper, three-point shooter, has been going inside more and more as this season has gone on. Really a maturation in his game, and he draws a foul, which is big because Colin Cooper is an excellent free throw shooter.
Yeah, that's right. It's the way he got down low. He drew Clark up in the air, and then he kind of leaned up. You saw the hack on the arm for the free throw attempt now, or for the shot attempt. Now free throws tries coming for Cooper. Got a chance to extend it back to a 2-possession game.
One of 3 Bears to average double figures on the season. 10.5 a game for Cooper. 80% foul shooter. He scored 9 points against Florida Gulf Coast in a game where he only hit 1 field goal. He earned the rest of those from the line. And he's had more and more games as the season has gone along where if the three-point shot isn't falling, it's okay. He gets the points in other ways. That's something that wasn't necessarily true his first couple of seasons.
And that's indicative of a player that's growing and trying to mature his game. If you can do that, it really is impressive for a coach to see.
McGinnis blocked by Cato. Hunter stripped, and a foul called against Boyd.
Well, that was a run out there. Central Arkansas, they've got 10 points off turnovers, and then fast breaks, they've also got 10. You see there the swipe. That was Clark again, and free throws once more.
Both teams have attempted 6 freebies. 2 more coming now for Cameron Hunter. who's made a pair today. That one hit every part of the rim and dropped in. Cameron Hunter scored 21 points over the weekend between Stetson and Florida Gulf Coast. Had 10 assists in that game against the Eagles. The first time UCA has ever beaten Florida Gulf Coast. Those teams play to the wire every time, and sure enough, it was another close one, a 91-87 Central Arkansas win. The road team has won every game of that rivalry through 3 games, and 2 of them have gone to overtime.
Boy, you just can mark it on your calendar. Anytime they play, it's going to be a nail-biter, huh?
McGinnis getting his first start of the season. He's back in as Pruitt spins against V.J. Reeves, and Will Pruitt, he's been dishing the rock, 9 assists his past 2 games, but he scores there.
Yeah, that was great. Spin move down low. That's where they found a lot of their buckets when they're not driving in transition. It's that right there. Going to work, a little bit of one-on-one ISO, and Pruitt wins the battle.
Cato received that pass from Carl Daughtery Jr. into the game for the first time for UCA. Kayouloud, pump fake, got his man in the air again. The layup left just short. Loose ball controlled by Schnurr. Out ahead. Wide open 3 for Pruitt. 2 open. Ball still loose, and it will belong to Central Arkansas.
Wow, on that little tip out there, I think that one might have been going to be out on Cameron Hunter, and Lipscomb tried to dive and save and couldn't do it, obviously. Touched it out of bounds to Central Arkansas. I'm interested to think there if he just thought it was going out on him, but from my vantage point, it looked like Hunter knocked it away.
Might have been a miscue. Johannes Kiersapu back in as Cameron Hunter's going to get a rare rest. The sophomore averages 34 minutes a game. Kayouloud runs the offense in his absence. Over to Colin Cooper, the junior. Dribble against Schnurr. That's a mismatch. And Schnurr blocks it right out of there.
That's great defense.
J.O. in transition. Ognasovic with a handoff to Schnurr. Around the horn they go to Boyd. Right back. Matt Schnurr, the grad student. Lots of contact, no whistle, and Central Arkansas comes away with it.
Well, B.J. Reeves did a good job that time on the defensive side. He was not going to allow him to score there after he let Pruitt with the spin move on a previous plays.
Even more contact behind the play. I think everybody wanted to whistle on both teams, but neither got it in either direction. So we play on. Kiersapu, wide open lane. Johannes Kiersapu, the freshman. He always finds a way to get a bucket like that.
Yeah, he had a little screen out high from Kayouloud. Pruitt missed it, got tripped on his own feet, got an easy lay-in.
Boyd out in front, too strong on the lay-in, but a heady play by Will Pruitt to find the seam for the offensive rebound, and he is fouled. I believe free throws will be in order for the Bisons on the other side of this break. Central Arkansas leading by 6.
I got big dreams. I got big goals. One of those goals.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on.
When I first started out as a filmmaker, I didn't want to get into credit cards.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on.
When I first started out as a filmmaker, I didn't want to get into credit cards.
You deserve a better credit score.
Whoa.
Chime can help no matter where you're at.
When I first started out as a filmmaker, I didn't want to get into credit cards.
I seriously hate bank fees, especially overdraft.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on.
I seriously hate bank fees, especially overdraft.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on.
Bravo! You use the Quicksilver card from Capital.
With the Venture X card from Capital One, you earn 2 times miles on every purchase.
The noise canceling.
With the Venture X card from Capital One, you earn 2 times miles on every purchase.
The noise canceling.
Saturday on ABC and ESPN Plus.
Central Arkansas, the Bears led by 12 from Cam Hunter, 10 from Eddie Kayouloud.
Yeah, both those guys, the two leading scorers on the team. Kayouloud was our guy coming in. As we mentioned previously, against Lipscomb, he's averaging 20 points. He had 22 and then 18 the first time the first time those two teams played. Cameron Hunter picking up right where he's left off as well, 12 points. Both those guys can score, and they've done it quick and early. Guess it's the same thing, quick and early. But anyway, they've done it quick, very fast in the early onset.
It will indeed be free throws for Will Pruitt on the other side of that timeout. The sophomore made a great play. It would have been easy to just sit back and let Darren Boyd lay that one in. He was wide open going into the paint, but Boyd was too strong. That would have been a UCA rebound, if not for Pruitt following the play, getting the rebound and drawing the foul.
We've seen that a handful of times with Lipscomb. You know, Pruitt's done it. Obviously, we saw that Benham, even on his own miss. He's done that on a couple of plays I've seen. That's really good to see.
Eddie Kayouloud wants another three. You know, really for him, it's those transitions at the top of the key when he's in motion that he tends to be his best shooting threes, not what he just took there.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy is typically those are actually harder shots sometimes.
There's one from A.J. McGinnis. It was only a matter of time before the sophomore from Huntsville, Alabama connected.
Wow. Yeah, he's good. Good one out there. Confident shooter, and he knocked that one down. No problem.
Johannes Kiersapu on the other side, driving to the basket. He's got 4 points.
The Estonian flashing through there, puts his lead back up to 3. Hey, that was 2 defenders. He just kind of threw it high off the glass and dropped it home.
He's so quick. Quick pass. Asajula mishandled by Boyd. Around to McGinnis. Another good look. He's off on that 3.
Yeah, that's the shot you wanted. Shared the basketball.
Kiersapu connects. The triples just keep falling for Central Arkansas. They have 7.
Wow. And Kiersapu in stride. You talk about rhythm, transition, 3-ball, knocks it down.
McGinnis in the lane. Back to Asajula. Lipscomb, meanwhile, can't connect from distance. 1 for their last 6. The only one was McGinnis a few moments ago. Asajula working tough. VJ Reeves able to stand tall, but an offensive rebound. Ball batted out of bounds. It will stay with the Bisons. Let's talk about Hassan Asajula for a second. The grad student from Atlanta, Georgia. Leading scorer for this team, a 3-time first-team All-ASUN selection. Rewriting record books for Lipscomb. He's their all-time leading rebounder. Has a chance to become the ASUN's all-time leading rebounder. But this season, the scoring's down, the minutes are down. And yet, he leads the team in assists. And look at what he did there. Sets a screen at the top of the key and sets up a wide-open Tommy Murr.
Yeah, that's one of those where it wasn't actually an assist, obviously, because he didn't touch the ball. But he aided that score.
Kiersapu, he'll do this. When he pops a 3, he wants to try to get another one. That was a tougher look, and it's off the glass.
Yeah, and the only dangerous thing about that sometimes is, hey, it's good to shoot when you're hot, but sometimes you can force something, and he kind of did right there.
The Bisons have the ball back, and here come the starters, Kayouloud and Hunter, back into the game. And it is the original starting 5 on the floor for Central Arkansas. Lipscomb still a mix, including this one. Tommy Murr, sophomore guard, is a highly touted prospect out of high school in Alabama. Asajula bangs one home, give the assist to Murr.
Yeah, Asajula's, oh boy, he's fun to watch. Down low, you talked about it, he's been down in minutes, but he finds ways to help his team win. Assists this year as his point total's down. That's a sign of a great team player.
But he's got 8 points now in this first half. That's more than he averages for a game this season. Cooper got a step on Asajula, but there was Ognacevic to close. He gets the rebound. Extra pass. Benham. In and out. Olowokere over the top.
You know, Lipscomb's getting the looks that they want. Benham was open. That's a 3-ball he typically will make, but in transition there it rims out. Now the Bears can hold for the final shot, potentially with the shot clock differential at 3 seconds.
Cameron Hunter looks like he's going to take his time for the first time all evening. He's one-on-one against Murr. And maybe something they want to exploit. But Cooper's wide open in the corner. A 3, no good. 5 seconds for Ognacevic. He's going to get a look. Open jumper. Bangs it at the buzzer. Jacob Ognacevic caps a tremendous first half. 15 points in that last two, ties the game. We're at 45 all heading to intermission. Wow. Played Liberty right before this game. Lipscomb's a hot shooting team, 47% from the field, second best in the conference, 45th best in the nation. Central Arkansas up against a tough shooting team. Women's team faced Liberty, second in the conference in field goal percentage, 45th in the nation.
That is wild.
Exactly the same.
Man, I'm telling you, I bet you that has not happened maybe ever.
I don't know. That's one of those stats I don't know what you do with it. I don't even know why I mentioned it. It's just too weird not to bring up.
I'm glad you did.
Second half begins with Cameron Hunter. Kayouloud got away with it over the back. It still just results in it being Bison basketball. Starting five on the floor for both teams, and it's A.J. McGinnis getting his first start of the season. He has been up to the task.
Boy, he has. That ball fake got B.J. Reeves in the air, blew by him. Easy finish for McGinnis, and Lipscomb's got a 2-point lead.
It is their first lead of the ball game. Trailed by as many as 9 in the first half. Masai Oluwakari's defender slipped all alone for a 2, but he misses. A.J. McGinnis. It's been a year at Cincinnati. This is actually his third school in his sophomore season, as he's got 10 points.
Yeah, he's good. He just blew by, a little up and under move, knocked it down.
Eddie Kayouloud, another triple. His third of the game.
Wow. Eddie Kayouloud playing well. 13 on the night. It cuts that lead down to 1. I'm telling you, Eddie and Sajala Ognasovic and Hunter. That's a really good matchup for both sides.
Ognasovic had a step on B.J. Reeves, who has to foul from behind. More free throws coming for Ognasovic. He was 5 of 6 in the first half. He's 4th best in the conference.
As you saw there, that was an easy foul. Reeves got beat down low, tried to make up for it, reached over and fouled.
Well, the scoring's picking up right where it left off. Lipscomb's the first to 50 as Ognasovic knocks down the first free throw.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, you look at it, where he's scoring a lot. He's had quite a few free throws this year, leads the team, and he can score a lot from there. He gets fouled a lot, draws a lot of them.
We mentioned in the first half how Colin Cooper for Central Arkansas expanded his game from just being a three-point shooter to going inside. Ognasovic was not really a three-point shooter. He would take them. But mid-range jumpers were his game last season. Today, he is attacking the rim.
Yeah, he's found success. A lot of good results there. As you saw, Kayouloud trying to go to battle against the Sajala, and then we had a loose ball. Wow. Stays with Central Arkansas.
Stays with UCA. That was Pruitt coming from behind. Cameron Hunter is down on the play underneath the basket. There is not a player in this conference that gives more of their body than Cameron Hunter.
No, you're no kidding. I mean, you see right here, he's in the middle of, he took one to the face, to the nose. It looked like his leg there, his shoe there, he landed on it.
Yeah, that was Pruitt's shoe, and that was obviously unintentional. Pruitt was going down to the floor, too.
Right.
Pops Hunter right in the face. Great shot by our ESPN Plus camera crew. Hunter shakes it off and gets 2 points.
Yeah, that was a great job. Down low by the camera guy to get that one. You're no kidding.
McGinnis leaves it short. Kayouloud the rebound. And Eddie's pushing it out in front of everybody. He knows Sajala was backpedaling, and Kayouloud takes advantage. He'll head to the free throw line.
Yeah, it's a great job. Kind of blew to the left side there. There was one thing that Sajala could do. That was foul, and he did. He tried to get him on the way up, tried to strip the basketball, but I got too much of the arm. Free throws upcoming.
The speed of Eddie Kayouloud is downright deceptive. He doesn't seem like he should be able to beat you down the floor like he can. And Sajala, not as quick as he used to be when he was dominating the A-Sun. He was a step behind that time and had to foul.
That's right. He's sending a 70% free throw shooter to the line who's already 1 for 1 tonight, trying to make it 2 for 2.
They'll do just that. Central Arkansas, after falling behind for the first time today, has now taken the lead back with 18 to play. 52-51 Bears.
Yeah, trying to bring a little bit of pressure here to kind of, I guess, get that tempo back up where it was in the first half. Although you said it earlier, both teams were shooting lights out. You can't expect them both to shoot that good continuously throughout the game.
McGinnis waits for Hunter to go by him and spins home the trifecta.
Yeah, he looked over at me and said, hey, you want to bet I can't increase this field goal percentage? He sure did. Knocked down the 3-ball.
3 3-pointers today for McGinnis. Kayouloud powered through the foul. Will they count the basket?
I think they did. I really do.
Yeah, it is just one free throw to come.
That was Asajalo, almost a mirror image of the last play. That one was a little bit slower, but he tried to swipe in, got the foul, and one upcoming for Kayouloud, who is having a great night.
So 2 quick fouls against Hassan Asajalo, but those are his only 2 of the ball game, so he's fine. Nobody in foul trouble for either team as Kayouloud takes a breather. He has 18 points. He scored at least 18 now in all 3 games against Lipscomb.
That's right. I tell you what, I don't know what it is, but every time Lipscomb's on the lineup or on the schedule, I guess Kayouloud gets kind of excited because he's playing really well.
There's certain teams. His career high is against Florida Gulf Coast, 34. He followed it up with 32 against them last weekend.
Yeah.
And Lipscomb, he consistently puts up 18, 22-point games.
Well, you know, a lot of that has to do with the style of play that team, has. It's for whatever reason,
Sure.
Kayouloud might just be more open or like his matchups a little bit better. And for other players, it's the same thing for both sides.
Pruitt into traffic. Elias Cato swats it away, but Pruitt gets it right back with 2 to shoot and drains it.
Wow. Very calm and collected. He did just that, ball faked after the rebound, knew he had time, and boy, he knocked him but net on the little short J.
You see a lot of shooters panic with 2 to shoot. Not Will Pruitt. McInnes a steal. Ognasovic ahead, wants the slam. Well, it wasn't pretty, but it still drops all the same.
Hey, doesn't matter how it goes in as long as it goes in.
Right.
Ognasovic made sure of that.
Fought right through some tough defense from Cameron Hunter. Hunter wants the 3-pointer to answer. Cato swats it back out. BJ Reeves had a quiet evening so far. 3-pointer will not fall, and Olowokere and Cato both tried to deflect the same loose ball and swatted it out of bounds.
Yeah, it's just one where it's unfortunate if you're Central Arkansas. You want to communicate a little bit, let your guy know, hey, it's me. But, both guys are trying to flash to get that rebound as you watch here. Ognasovic just barely missing that dunk. Good defense from Hunter, nearly got him to miss.
Still banged home. Ognasovic with a game-high 15. McInnes. Triple City. A.J. McInnes. His 4-3.
Yeah, he's saying, hey, guys, y'all want to play the 3-ball game? I gotcha, because he is knocking them down like it's nothing. Easy come, easy go. McInnes, he's a good basketball player.
Olowokere fakes the handoff to Cooper, instead feeds underneath. BJ Reeves couldn't get a handle on it. Out of bounds, and it'll give us a chance to catch our breath. Lipscomb on a run, and they've jumped out to a 61-55 lead.
There are more race weekends and more ways to enjoy them at Oaklawn. With a new luxury hotel, more dining options than ever, world-class thoroughbred racing, and 24/7 action in our casino. This racing season is like no other. Book your escape at Oaklawn.com today. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort.
Take on college at UCA.
Where community starts on campus and the world is waiting right outside your door.
This is excellence made affordable.
Take on top programs that turn into real careers.
Because Central is more than our name. It's our place and yours.
So be a leader.
Blaze a trail.
Work, play, perform.
UCA has everything.
So you can take on anything.
The University of Central Arkansas.
Are you ready for the ASUN Championship? Here's everything you need to know as we get closer to the postseason. Let's break it down by the numbers. The top 10 teams earn their way into the tournament. Action begins with 2 first-round matchups between seeds 7 through 10. All 9 of the tournament games take place on campus sites with the higher seeds hosting, which gives you the perfect opportunity to cheer on your squad. From February 27th to March 5th, it's ASUN Madness. We'll see you there.
Third meeting between these two teams as A-Sun rivals. Series knotted up at a game apiece. Both teams winning their home match. These teams did meet one time before, back in the NAIA era. It was 1990, a conference or a national tournament game for the ages, where Lipscomb, the top seed, became the first ever men's college basketball team at any level to win 40 games in a season. Cameron Hunter forces the miss by Pruitt. Again, a follow. The Bisons relentless on the boards.
Wow. That was Ognosovic. Well, I mean, you look at him, he's got 21, trying to make it 22. He just fought underneath. You see him kind of battling underneath with Cato against 2. Got the friendly roll and the foul as well. Got a chance for a three-point play.
And Ognosovic now has 21 points to go along with 5 rebounds. He averages 16 a game. McGinnis has 16 points in his first start as a Bison. That's a career high for him. Ognosovic, he's got a ways to go to a high. On the season, it's 24. Came against Trevecca Nazarene. Carl Daughtery's jumper misses the mark and is out of bounds. Bison's in the middle of a 10-0 run. Central Arkansas has not scored over the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, they're just trying to stop the bleeding, but a lot of it's been the intense defense from Lipscomb. Central Arkansas not getting shots to fall, but they also haven't been driving as much. They're trying to get some open looks underneath, but they're getting away from a little bit of the ball screens and those open looks. Going to try to create something here on the offensive set.
Tough just to get it inbounds. Bison defense battening down the hatches. We mentioned at the top of the broadcast, these two offenses very similar in terms of their production, but the Bisons with a far superior defense on the season. 4th best in the A-Sun to Central Arkansas, which is last in the league. 3 to shoot for Kayouloud. And that was just suffocating defense, but the offensive rebounding for both teams is erasing great defensive effort.
Well, for the Bears, you got to love that. Cameron Hunter crashing down low, getting that offensive try, and the putback. That was a big bucket. Stop the bleeding.
So back and forth we go. Even when the defenses win, the offenses find a way. Ognosovic against Kayouloud. The fade won't go. Daughtery the rebound. Kirsapu faked his man the other way, and the closing speed by Boyd, the stuff. And Schnurr was out of bounds when he received that pass. It will belong to Central Arkansas. What a sequence that was.
Back and forth we go. On one side, Kirsapu thought he got fouled. He hit the deck hard, as you'll see right here on the drive. He kind of initiated some contact and absorbed, and I think that's why he wasn't getting the call, because he initiated it. But then right on the other end, they passed it up, and then that pass out of bounds with a foot out of bounds. Turnover, back and forth. It's a 7-point game, but this defense from Lipscomb's been huge.
Boyd blocked that with the offhand. Kayouloud an offensive rebound, and Eddie cleans up.
Yeah, a little acrobatic move there, wasn't it?
Another 20-point score. Ognosovic and now Kayouloud. Foul on the floor. Keep the ball with the Bisons. Looks like they will tag Cameron Hunter for his second personal.
As you saw Kayouloud there with a great rebound and putback. That one was as he was falling down. Very acrobatic, as I mentioned. That's not easy. Kayouloud's been big.
Third straight 20-point game for Kayouloud. His 6th this season. Well, he fell asleep on Matt Schnurr, and the transfer from Emory knocks it down.
Lipscomb does a good job of finding the open man, especially the cutter, and they found him there, and easy lay-in.
Kayouloud backing down on Ognosovic. The 2 leading scorers going one-on-one. Eddie Kayouloud wins.
Left-hand finish. Hey, I'm starting to think he really likes that left-hand side. He can score from both, but boy, he went to work, made it look easy. I'll bet you Ognosovic said, hey, give it to me. I want to try one.
McInnes was looking for a pass up in the air, got caught and turns it over. So likely counted as a missed shot, but he was in no man's land. Cato inside, drawing contact and battling through it.
One thing for sure we've seen from the referees in this one, and I'm not complaining one bit, is they really have let them play a lot. And so I think there's some contact. Fans are a little frustrated, probably people at home a little bit back and forth, but they're really letting them play, and you got to like that.
Ognasovic, his first three-point attempt of the game. We said he didn't do that as much this season. That's his 19th of the year.
I'm telling you, he's listening, Dylan. He heard you. He heard you from earlier. He drains that three. What can he not do?
He's only shooting 27% from beyond the arc this year. It's a big drop from last season, but he nails that one. 69-63 Lipscomb. We could go over 100 tonight. Colin Cooper fakes the three. In he goes against Boyd, and he's fouled.
That was a late call there. I love those late calls because it means the ref had time to process it, waited, and made the call. That one definitely was. Cooper was fouled going in there and took the contact. That was a great blow by, as you'll see right here on the ball fake, left hand. Yep, he's hit. He just narrowly missed the three-point attempt.
Central Arkansas led the entire first half, but came out shooting cold start of the second. Lipscomb, thanks in part to a 10-0 run, took the lead and ran with it. They currently lead by 6, but Colin Cooper going to start to chip away at that as substitutions are on. Trey Benham and Tommy Murr back into the game for Lipscomb.
Trey Benham's a guy you like. He's a shifty left-handed shooter, but he also does a lot of small things right, as we mentioned. He's a good defender as well. We've seen that throughout.
Colin Cooper makes them both. Down to a 4-point lead for the Bisons as Cooper gets a rest and VJ Reeves back in. Reeves was a starter tonight, but through 21 minutes, he's got no points and has taken only 2 shots. Reeves averages double figures in conference play. Clark working against Hunter. Finds space with the left hand, and Quincy Clark scores again.
That was impressive because he was driving in. He saw Hunter kind of lean in more to his right side. He led him to his right side, spin move, and then lay in.
Carl Daughtery Jr., the freshman from Maumelle, Arkansas, off the bench.
Yeah, he's a great player, freshman, making his presence known. He said, I want to get on the scoring, and he did just that.
Clark again hesitates in the lane, and Quincy Clark has double figures.
Well, I'm afraid to blink because it seems like every time I close my eyes, I open them back up, there's more scoring.
73-68 Lipscomb. You want offense, you got it. Kayouloud against Ognasovic again. Eddie Kayouloud has J.O.'s number. He has 24.
Wow, there's just no way to stop him. 3-ball, mid-range, down low, you bet.
Benham wanted the 3, and you see why. Trey Benham nails. Wow.
He's been big for them. He hasn't scored a ton in this game. He's kind of been in a little bit of a drought of late, but man, 3-ball raining for him.
He was begging for the basketball, and Benham hits the 3.
Looks like Lipscomb switching to a 2-3 zone. They're trying to force Central Arkansas to either shoot the 3 or try to pass it a lot and drive down low.
Kayouloud's been scoring at will inside. They go right back to him, gets his own rebound, and Kayouloud scores anyway. Wow.
That 2-3 zone got broken down quickly when you got a guy like Kayouloud scoring for you.
Before the game, someone on the staff told us, as Benham wants another 3, why not? Everything is falling. The bank wide open as Scottie Pippen court.
Benham pulling the trigger, 3-ball. Hey, he's feeling it. It's 2 in a row for him.
Somebody said about Eddie Kayouloud, I think he's realizing, lone senior on this team, he's running out of games. He wants to make them count. Cameron Hunter, kick out 3, no. Cato, an offensive rebound, no. Still loose. Reeves tries to put it up. It'll be a jump ball. And possession arrow will be with Lipscomb. JB, whew, I'm out of breath. You take us to break.
I'm almost out as well. As Kayouloud on that little left hand put back. Looking great. He's going to work. The big fella against Ognasovic. And then again underneath there that put in 3-ball from the corner for Lipscomb. But guys, it's been scored back in fourth. 79-72 Lipscomb with 10-12 to go.
I loved everything that I heard about Chime. I just didn't know how it would work without having a facility.
I seriously hate bank fees, especially overdraft. I seriously hate bank fees, especially overdraft. I seriously hate bank fees, especially overdraft.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on.
I seriously hate bank fees, especially overdraft. I seriously hate bank fees, especially overdraft.
I got big dreams. I got big goals. One of those goals.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on.
I got big dreams. I got big goals. One of those goals.
When I first started out as a filmmaker, I didn't want to get into credit cards.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on.
I got big dreams. I got big goals. One of those goals.
Bravo! You use the Quicksilver card from Capital.
With the Venture X card from Capital One, you earn 2 times miles on every purchase.
The noise canceling.
With the Venture X card from Capital One, you earn 2 times miles on every purchase.
The noise canceling.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Oaklawn Hot Springs, Arkansas's only casino resorts. Dylan McLemore, JB Brazil, our entire ESPN Plus crew welcomes you to Conway, Arkansas, where if you like offense, you've loved this game. 79-72 Lipscomb, already over their season average for points in a game. Central Arkansas is right at theirs. There's still 10 minutes to go. Steal, BJ Reeves, Showtime leaves it short. Out of bounds, it belongs to Lipscomb.
Wow. As you saw there, the run at Reeves just put it up and trying to lay it in, and he just left it short.
That could be a big one. In the trajectory of this game, Bisons have had the momentum in the second half, and this is a chance to really turn the tide. Benham, that's a 2. It is off. Kayouloud the rebound, as Eddie now has a double-double, 26 points and 10 rebounds. 4th double-double of the season for the senior from France. Misses on the offensive end, rebounded by Benham.
Yeah, that was Asajala on the defensive side that time instead of Anasovic. And, man, tough sledding there for Kayouloud.
Asajala gets the feed inside. Less of this for the graduate student this year, but he can still do it. Asan Asajala.
Wow, working up against Cato, had a mismatch. And when he gets something like that, Asajala's rarely going to miss.
Double-doubles every time he's faced Central Arkansas in his career. He's got 10 points, just 5 rebounds today. Kayouloud. Asajala gave him space to shoot that 3, and a rare miss today for Eddie. Bisons are setting all sorts of offensive records already today. A.J. McGinnis has a career-high 16. Ognasovic has a season-high 25. Asajala, double, triple, everybody on the big man. And he cannot make it fall. That's a time where he normally tries to pass the rock.
That's right. Kind of did a little too much there.
Reeves for 3, well off. BJ Reeves has had a tough night. No points, now 0 of 4 shooting. Kayouloud reads the pass, and Asajala is going to pick up what lucky is not an intentional foul. Coach Brock Witters for Central Arkansas wants that call on the sideline.
You know, I don't know. I have to get a replay on that one. I will say, I don't know if that was necessarily a play on the ball here. As you'll see, he grabbed him on the way in. I don't know if that's a play on the ball. Wow.
Asajala knew that Kayouloud was out in the open, the new rule, and now the officials are going to huddle. New rule in college basketball this season is that if you're making a play on a player out in the open court like that, that they're a lot tighter this season on calling intentional fouls. And they are going to look at the replay monitor. This is now something they can review.
That's right. Well, that's where we got the convenience of replay. When I saw that on a second look, that's what I said. I don't know that one, the way it looks is you really had to take a look at it. Initially, it didn't look that way.
And so they are going to look and see if this is a flagrant. That would be the call against Asajala. And it depends on whether he's making a play on the ball, as you see there. Keith Patterson, Chris Chumley, Blake Thomas, our officiating crew. And looks like they're going to stick with the call on the floor, which is a common foul against Asajala. It's his third personal. And ball will belong to UCA. But that's a smart foul by the grad student because Kayouloud was absolutely about to score too.
That really was. On first glance on it quickly, it did look like it might have been, something unintentional off the ball. But after second review, the refs read it quickly. They obviously saw that it wasn't.
He's as experienced a player as you'll find anywhere in college basketball. His 5th season with the Bisons. Hassan Asajala playing defense against Eddie Kayouloud. Finally has to give off to Cameron Hunter, 8 to shoot. Hunter trips in the lane. Quick around the horn, Colin Cooper. Good look, but out of bounds to Lipscomb. That'll send us to a timeout. All of a sudden, Central Arkansas has not scored in the past 3 minutes, and Lipscomb has opened up a 9-point lead.
Take on college at UCA,
where community starts on campus and the world is waiting right outside your door.
This is Native.
Take on top programs that turn into real careers.
Because Central is more than our name. It's our place and yours.
So be a leader.
Blaze a trail.
Work, play, perform.
UCA has everything.
So you can take on anything.
The University of Central Arkansas.
In the morning when I rise, I know I've got you on my side. You're good for me, so naturally. And I can't wait for that fresh taste of richness you bring. I like the way you make me feel. Highland, I like your flavor, it's so real. Highland, so delicious, naturally. Highland.
There are more race weekends and more ways to enjoy them at Oaklawn. With a new luxury hotel, more dining options than ever, world-class thoroughbred racing, and 24/7 action in our casino. This racing season is like no other. Book your escape at oaklawn.com today. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort.
Are you ready for the ASUN Championship? Here's everything you need to know as we get closer to the postseason. Let's break it down by the numbers. The top 10 teams earn their way into the tournament. Action begins with 2 first-round matchups between seeds 7 through 10. All 9 of the tournament games take place on campus sites with the higher seeds hosting, which gives you the perfect opportunity to cheer on your squad. From February 7th to March 5th, it's ASUN Madness. We'll see you there.
Central Arkansas led by as much as 9, but now the tables have turned and it's the Bisons with a 9-point lead, led by Jacob Ognasevich's 25, a season high, and A.J. McGinnis's 16, a career high. 4 Bisons in double figures as they continue to try to pile it on out of the timeout. Benham a 3. Has it, the second three-pointer of the game for Trey Benham, the Bear killer.
Wow, he's just incredible. And it opens up this lead to 12. Lipscomb, they're 3-0 in conference play when they shoot better, 50% or better at the end of the game. They're shooting about 58% right now.
Benham now in double figures. He's back, averaging 7 points a game, but he had been ice cold, was pulled from the starting lineup today. But he has now had another big game against Central Arkansas, coming off a 26-point effort the last time these teams played. Hunter leaves it short. This is normally the time of game Cameron Hunter takes over for Central Arkansas. Tommy Murr all alone. The 3 won't fall, and Hunter's going to get corralled by the neck. Foul going to go against Benham. And that'll turn things over the other way.
Well, the way this game is going, if you're Central Arkansas, there's no need to panic because you can score quickly. But, 6:52 to go. The real issue has been you're just kind of cold of late. You want to try to get some type of rhythm going. Lipscomb's defense has been incredible here down the stretch. There's no question about it. They need to keep that up.
Central Arkansas 1 for their last 10 from the field, 1 for their last 8 from 3. Lipscomb has opened up a 12-point lead, largest for either team today. Eddie Kayouloud, jump pass inside to Hunter. One-on-one against Pruitt. Offensive rebound and the putback for Hunter. And a whistle. And the boos rain down. And a technical foul has been called against Hunter after he made the basket.
Yeah, you just can't do that. Not a game like this.
Free throws for Jacob Ognasovic to erase that tough basket for Hunter to give him 18 on the game. And makes one of two. So the technical foul assessed to Cameron Hunter gives him 3 in the game, and he has come off the court. Coach Brock Witters giving him a rest after that. Hunter still shaking his head on the sideline, as that's 2 shots and the ball to Lipscomb. You feel this game slipping away from UCA. McInnes's 3 was interrupted by Elias Cato closing in. Olowokere inside to Cato, and he's fouled before they can even get the ball to him. That'll be Tommy Murr, who knew he was in a mismatch. 6'1" sophomore Murr against a 6'8" Cato.
Well, you know, that's a couple of times we've seen Lipscomb with some smart fouls down low. There was a mismatch, no question. Cato had that, was going to get an easy, at least seemingly a mismatch that was be favorable. And we saw a couple of times they do that. That's impressive for them.
Crowd really giving it to this officiating crew now. They're still upset about that technical called against Cameron Hunter a moment ago. Cato off the inbound, a jumper, and a much different defensive matchup. He had Benham right in his face. Transition foul called against Pruitt, another one against the Bisons. Second personal. Well, correction. Yeah, that fooled the scoreboard and me. That was against 22, Kirsapu of UCA, his 3rd. Initially, the scoreboard showed Pruitt. Pruitt was acting like he was the one who fouled. But now he's got the ball. Benham. Clear path to the lane. The sophomore is back.
Man, I really like his game. He's got the 3-ball, shoots with confidence. The drive-by there on the shot, that was impressive.
Kayouloud got his man in the air again. Sets up an open 3 for Cameron Hunter back in the game. Offensive rebound with flair. Elias Cato.
How about the rebound touch pass from Olowokere to Cato? Slams it home. 11-point game with 5:38 to go. This is a good ball game, isn't it? As you see here, look at that, just touch pass. Nice feed to Cato, the flush.
Cato now has 10. 3rd bear in double figures. Joining Hunter and Kayouloud. 87-76. Lipscomb with the lead. 5:38 to play.
Hey, how are you?
I made this.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on.
I got big dreams. I got big goals. One of those goals.
I seriously hate bank fees, especially overdraft.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on.
Make sure you keep your eyes on the road.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on.
I got big dreams. I got big goals. One of those goals.
I seriously hate bank fees, especially overdraft.
Ready? Wow. Yeah. Can you send me that?
I seriously hate bank fees, especially overdraft.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on.
You deserve a better credit score.
Whoa.
Chime can help no matter where you're at.
I seriously hate bank fees, especially overdraft.
When I first started out as a filmmaker, I didn't want to get into credit cards.
Bravo! You use the Quicksilver card from Capital.
With the Venture X card from Capital One, you earn 2 times miles on every purchase.
The noise canceling.
With the Venture X card from Capital One, you earn 2 times miles on every purchase.
The noise canceling.
UFC 284. Fight on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
Tatum step back three. 11-point Lipscomb lead, 5:40 to play. 80 points had been the magic number for Central Arkansas most of this season. 7-1 when they score 80 or more. Their only loss was when they scored exactly 80, scoring some garbage time points in a blowout loss to Stetson last week. Looks like the Bears are going to clear the 80-point mark, but they're going to need a lot more than that to beat this Bison offense. In and out on the three from Benham. They got 87 today.
Well, you don't have a lot more room for error, that's for sure. The margin for mistakes is very, very small right now.
Central Arkansas has committed some huge ones in this second half. Missed dunk on a fast break. Technical foul against Cameron Hunter. There have been some big miscues. Cato fading away, nowhere near the basket. He airballs it, rebounded by McGinnis.
Yeah, that was just shot clock winding down. He had it lined up, but left it well short, like you said.
Cato has been good when he's been healthy. He's been battling an ankle injury all season. Still Lipscomb ball with 16 to shoot. As substitutions come on, Quincy Clark, Matt Schnurr back into the game for the Bisons. Cato missed 6 games in January with an ankle injury right after he had worked his way into the starting lineup against Kennesaw State, where he had a big game. He had 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 blocks at Florida Gulf Coast last weekend. As Cameron Hunter picks up a foul that he's going to want back. That's his 4th personal a mile from the basket.
Yeah, and only 3 of his fouls have been through contact. Obviously, that technical came on. That's big. You know, those are 2 big plays that, you know, like you said, he's going to want that back as he heads to the bench.
Right back out of the game with that 4th foul. Carl Daughtery Jr. back in. Playing suffocating defense on the inbound. They eventually get it to Pruitt, and he took a lot of contact from Kayouloud. It was a late whistle, but you had a feeling it had to come there.
Well, that's right. You know, he came in and impeded his drive there. If you see a defender coming into motion, making contact, you're going to see he comes over, he bumps it. That's a foul every time. Now, if Kayouloud is the one that absorbs the contact and it's the offender that leans in, you may have a no call, but that one's on the defender every time.
We've talked so much about the free throw shooting of Jacob Ognasovic for Lipscomb, but Will Pruitt's an 82% shooter in his own right. He's also top 10 in the A-Sun. If this game does tighten up a little bit and come down to late free throws, Bisons are going to be tough to come back against. They shoot 73% as a team.
Yeah, and you just talked a little bit about Pruitt a moment ago. You know, he's one of those players that quietly puts up a lot of points. He's not a guy that just floods the stat sheets, but he makes plays down the stretch.
Kayouloud just keeps shooting that 3 until it drops, and he finally nails another, his 4th of the game.
Wow. Kayouloud having a night, just trying to keep it going. He's been historically good against Lipscomb, but he's needing his team to pick things up as they're down by 10.
Never this good. 29 points. He's made 11 shots. And this time just outright stole it from Clark. His 3rd steal of the game.
I mean, he literally just picked his pocket. Read him. He anticipated the spin move was there. Met it, picked him off.
Set a screen for Colin Cooper. Cooper, the hesitation.
That was a great move by Cooper. Fought through a lot of contact as well, but the refs have been letting him play a little bit. That one was not obvious enough and not, enough force to be called for a foul.
Back to single digits. Ognasovic, team high 26, and his season high. Pruitt passes up on the shot underneath. Working the shot clock. Schnurr, an ill-advised 3. It's an air ball.
Wow, that was suffocating defense from the Bears. That's where they got their offense going early in the game. And a little bit of transition as well, as you see Asagel is going to come check in to try to balance things out down low.
One more possession without him for the Bears. To try to take advantage inside, and look where they attack. Daughtery fading away. Pruitt loses the rebound. Reeves keeps it alive, but tosses it out to a Bison. Ognacevic all alone for the finish.
Wow, that was just one of those plays on the little tip out. Reeves was trying to keep the play alive. It was a 2-on-1 break, and Ognacevic all alone for the slam.
Timeout, Central Arkansas with 2:37 to play. We will take our final break and be back for the finale of this one. Bisons by 10.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on. The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on.
When I first started out as a filmmaker, I didn't want to get into credit cards. When I first started out as a filmmaker, I didn't want to get into credit cards.
I loved everything that I heard about Chime. I just didn't know how it would work without having a facility.
Make sure you keep your eyes on the road.
I got big dreams. I got big goals. One of those goals.
I loved everything that I heard about Chime. I just didn't know how it would work without having a facility.
Hey, how are you?
I made this.
I seriously hate bank fees, especially overdraft.
I got big dreams. I got big goals. One of those goals. I got big dreams. I got big goals. One of those goals.
With the Venture X card from Capital One, you earn 2 times miles on every purchase.
The noise canceling.
Bravo! You use the Quicksilver card from Capital.
With the Venture X card from Capital One, you earn 2 times miles on every purchase.
The noise canceling.
UFC 284. Fight on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
Central Arkansas had it down to a single-digit deficit, and then all this happened.
Yeah, it was a scramble, a little loose ball, got tipped out. Reeves falling down, didn't want to travel, just threw it away, and then Ognacevic on the other end, the slam, back to a 10-point game. Boy, that's a big momentum booster after Central Arkansas's defense and scoring had been really picking up. Now they're back to a 10-point game.
After the dunk, acting head coach Brock Witters calling the timeout. This is Witters' 11th game at the helm, replacing Coach Anthony Boone, recovering from emergency heart surgery. 3-7, young coach, young team. These are the moments where mistakes can be magnified, and as Cooper misses underneath, that's a tough turnover to the Bisons.
Yeah, it is. Lipscomb up by 10. They're just trying to play clean basketball, trying to beat this pressure. They're up by 10 with 2:17 to go, trying to get out of Conway with a big win.
And Witters, the young protege, the wonder kid, they think his future is bright. He's going up against Lenny Acuff, a 615-game winner over the course of his career. And Coach Acuff has put the stoplight on the Bison offense. They've scored 91 points, but they got to run some clock. That's a wasted possession, though. Pruitt, not a good look. Olowokere has been very quiet today. He hesitated on that three and misses the mark.
You got to think about fouling here soon.
Minute 35 to play. Asajala, probably one of the few centers in America who leads his team in assists, but he does, averages 3.5 a game. He's the field general out there setting this team. The Central Arkansas has let the shot clock wind all the way down again. Boyd drains the fadeaway, and that may be the dagger. 12-point Bison lead, a minute to go.
Yeah, and UCA's not in a lot of hurry. I think they're trying to make some plays happen, but they know this one's probably over.
The Kayouloud three misses. McGinnis the rebound. And again, Central Arkansas does not appear to be fouling, and you're at the point now where you have to if you're going to extend this game. They're not going to.
Yeah.
Lipscomb's going to score at least 93 points tonight. This is a team that lost to Notre Dame by a point, beat Navy, lost to Michigan by 8, had a signature win against Louisville. They've done it all in the non-conference. They've been very good in the conference slate. Shot clock violation will turn things over, but they're about to win their third straight, move to 8-5 in ASUN play. They're sitting pretty in the conference tournament. Now they're at the point where they're playing for seeding in a better first-round matchup.
Yeah, this is a big win on the road against a Central Arkansas team that's you know, it's really a win that they needed to have, and they've done that. Central Arkansas near the bottom of the standings. Lipscomb finding their way, trying to get some good seeding, and this is certainly going to help.
This will be their highest point total against a Division I opponent this year.
Wow.
And for Central Arkansas, only the second time this season they'll lose when scoring 80 or more points. This is the second straight game that's the case.
Wow.
Same happened to get Stetson. Couple of games in a row where Central Arkansas has really let a lot of points score. Stetson got 99 against them. Lipscomb gets 93 today, and the Bisons